welcome to our episode, UEFA Champions League round of 16 preview episode. We have with me here Bayern fan, Dayo, who usually comes from this. Dayo, thanks for coming on. We have Daniel also joining us too, Manchester United fan. So we're just, observing as neutrals at this stage. We'll go run through the games. I feel like this round of 16 is probably one of the most interesting we've had in a while, I think, in my opinion, as far as regards balance. The games start next week, so we have the way it split by UEFA. We have 4 games next week: Liverpool, Atletico, Dortmund, PSG, Atlanta, Valencia, Spurs, RB Leipzig. Then the following week, Chelsea, Bayern, Napoli, Barcelona, Lyon, Juventus, Real Madrid, Man City. And we'll be discussing some interesting topics. Some of the topics we'll talk about is the folks are going to choose proposed UEFA Champions League round of 16 combined 11 based on however we want to choose it, whether it's current form, whether it's how they did in the group stages. It's left to you guys. It's open. There's no restrictions how you want to choose your combined 11. Then we also look at what are the 2 best ties of matches for this round. A lot of spicy ones there. Then we just do a score prediction and who goes through for the round of 16. So since Dayo his club is still in the round of 16, we'll start with Dayo. Dayo, can you give us your combined 11?
Okay. Thank you, guys. For my combined 11, what I looked at was their current form in the group stages. And when I was compiling it, I saw that I was having too much of Liverpool in it. So I had to I had to proactively tune it down. So I picked some guys in my first 11, but their substitutes will be Liverpool guys. But I can't have a situation whereby 5 Liverpool guys are in the first 11.
That's fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
That's
so
5.
Yeah. I'll go number 1. My goalkeeper, I pick Oblak because I didn't want to pick Alisson.
Just that's fair. That's actually fair.
Yep. I picked Oblak because I didn't want to pick Alisson. I'm going with 4-3-3. My right back, Trent. I actually considered Hakimi, but I just like, okay, let me just, because Hakimi has been playing more as a forward right now, because him, like Trent, also cannot defend. So their best, and Hakimi actually did well in the group stage.
He did very well.
Yeah, he scored like 4 goals.
Yeah, how
yeah, he scored against Sparta Prague, scored against Inter Milan. So he's actually a good shot. Central defense, I have Koulibaly and Van Dijk. I wanted to put in Ramos in place of Van Dijk, but let me just put the UEFA Player of the Year. So Robertson is my left back.
Sorry, who are your centre backs again? I missed it. Who are
Koulibaly and Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, okay.
Yeah. So my left back, Robertson. Midfield 3, I put Casemiro because I didn't want to put Fabinho. And I have a reason for that also. Fabinho was injured in part of the stages.
It was
same reason with Alisson too. He was injured in part of the group stages. That first time when Adrian was their goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And Liverpool defense wasn't actually great in the group stages. They considered to Salzburg. They lost to
Napoli.
They lost to Napoli. They considered 4-3 to Salzburg and stuff like that. So I'm going with Casemiro, De Bruyne, and Valverde.
Okay.
Real Madrid boy, Valverde.
Okay.
And the front 3, Messi, Lewandowski, Ronaldo.
Okay. Interesting.
That's very interesting. I was
that's a
no PSG player.
Well, their best position are occupied by Messi and Ronaldo. So
yeah. Because I found a way to squeeze. Into mine.
You found a way. I check formation.
So my first 11 was Oblak, Trent, Koulibaly, Van Dijk, Robertson, Casemiro, De Bruyne, Valverde, Messi, Lewandowski, Ronaldo.
Okay. I think I like it. It has balance. There's a very good balance there. When you guys hear mine, you know that mine is all I want is just attack, man. Let's go attack. I don't care about defense. Mine is just pure attack.
3-4-3 or you know 2-5.
3-5.
Okay, let's hear Daniel. What's your
So mine is pretty much the same thing based on, well, it's kind of like a mix. Yeah, it's based on Champions League form.
Okay.
And with the exception of one anomaly. And when I get to him, I will explain why he's there, even though he wasn't big in the towards in the group stages. So my goalkeeper, I have Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Okay.
Because many times in the group stages when Barcelona were really shaky at the back, he was so clutch, so clutch, and I feel like he's one of those goalkeepers that he's up there among the best, but he's probably not getting as much credit as he deserves. Maybe because he's in a good team, you know, kind of like what like Valdez. Valdez, in my opinion, wasn't even very good. He was just, but I think Hummels is underappreciated because of the team he's in.
You mean ter Stegen? You said Hummels.
I mean, because I wrote him as Mats.
Okay. ter Stegen. Okay.
Ter Stegen, yeah. Ter Stegen. My left back, Hakimi, because I mean he can play either, but for me he's my left back because obviously he did really well, and I didn't see. I mean Robertson was good, but for me, I mean Trent is the one having the better season right now, without a doubt. Yeah. So Trent is my right back, and then in the middle I have Van Dijk and Ramos. Yeah. I feel that's a very strong back line there. They're good. Well, maybe not defending the flanks, but in the center they're pretty solid. So yeah, I'm going with the 4-4-2, by the way.
Okay.
And my midfield 4. Well, maybe a 4-2-2-2.
Okay.
So my 2 in the midfield are Casemiro and Valverde.
Oh wow, all Real Madrid. Man, okay.
Valverde.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like I feel like they complement each other. Like especially when it comes to Valverde, he's one kid that especially his game against PSG. It was in the second leg.
Yep.
It was phenomenal, and I think they only started leaking goals after Zidane made that sub to bring him off for Modric, because he's one of those players that is really stepping up in terms of coming to the big stage. And so
he has changed that Madrid midfield. He
has. My right winger is Messi, naturally because he's Messi, and then my anomaly is Ronaldo on the left wing.
Okay.
I say that because everybody else's season starts in August, but Ronaldo's season starts January 31st. And this man he can be asleep for, the first half of the season. But as soon as he starts seeing Champions League knockout stage ads around him,
he wakes up.
And he was scoring like 8 consecutive or something like that. Like he's Mr. Clutch, especially when it comes to the Champions League knockout stages. The guy on the other flank, though, I won't say too much. He's gone missing a few times, but I mean he's there because of his exploits and his pedigree. Up front, Mbappe, Lewandowski.
Interesting.
Points, Lewandowski doing Lewandowski things. Constantly. Mbappe going to another level, and I mean, I think Neymar was injured or suspended for most of the.
Was suspended for the first 4 games.
Yeah.
So he doesn't get a look in this team, but Mbappe, I mean, what more can you say about that guy? Like it's ridiculous.
That's a very attacking team, man. Yeah, I like that too. Okay, so I'll quickly run through mine. Since I'm just an independent observer at this point. So my keeper is Alisson. I'm thinking about it now. He was injured for most of it, but just because of his current form and just how solid he looks, his positioning,
Kept
that's why I
another
put
clean
it there.
sheet today too.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. The form Alice is showing since he came back, they've like not considered a goal for like how many hours now? It's ridiculous. The back four, I put Robertson on the left for me, Van Dijk, and weirdly, I like this kid in RB Leipzig, Upamecano. That's who I put first. Now this might be biased. I mean, I don't think he lit up the group stages, but I think he was good also. My right back is Hakimi. I'm going Hakimi because man,
Wait, did Leipzig qualify?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing Spurs.
Oh, right.
My right back is Hakimi, just because Hakimi is pretty much modern day. He's a modern day Cafu / Roberto Carlos.
Daniel Alves.
Daniel Alves, exactly. All mixed in one. He's a modern day Daniel Alves. That's the perfect example of what he is. So I mean, what gives me going forward? I'm an attacking manager. I'm seeing myself as a manager. I'm an attacking manager. What gives me going forward? I mean, I don't really defensively. He can complement for that, but what gives me offensively? So I'm okay with that.
Goals than your opponents.
Yeah. Even though you might not end up winning anything, but just for me, that's what I like to see. So my midfield three is Kevin De Bruyne, Wijnaldum, and I went to Groska for Bayern.
Mm-hmm.
I think Groska has been very good, in my opinion. Just quietly good flying under the radar. You probably know better than me, but in the games I saw, I saw like 2 or 3 Bayern games, Champions League. I was very impressed with him. My front three is a bit controversial because it doesn't have a lot of big names. On the right, it's Messi for sure. Lewandowski down the middle. On the left for me, no, it's not Cristiano, it's not Mane. I went with Sancho. Actually, that's my personal bias. I went with Jadon Sancho because I think he was very, very good in group stages. He scored loads of goals and assists. So I'm going with Sancho there. I mean, I know maybe you can say Mane probably or Cristiano, but based on the group stages, goals and assists, Sancho was on fire. So that's my personal bias. He's my favorite player.
He was on my list too, but I said no. I consider the Ronaldo factor.
Yeah. I know.
Factor is big.
I'm pretty sure when we get to quarterfinal, this list will change for me.
Yeah.
If I have one again, definitely change. So we'll stay with Daniel. So tell me, what 2 ties are your ties of the round and why?
Dortmund PSG.
Okay.
And City Real. I'm going to start with City Real because one, that is a game we haven't had in a long time. I think the last time we had that game, I think it ended, was it 1-0 on aggregate or something like that? And
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Was Pep there or was he under Pellegrini?
No, Pellegrini. That's Pellegrini's last Champions League game.
Yeah, and then what's it called? Yaya was still in the team then. Like that's It's been a while. It's been a while. Like two big teams with unlimited resources, and 2 teams where you haven't really been able to compare them against each other because, like I said, they don't get to meet quite often. And well, now their style of play for Real has pretty much changed with the absence of Ronaldo. So I feel it's going to be interesting. For City, on the other hand, sticking to Real, they are picking up steam in the league. Courtois found his form, everything. They're winning games, top of the league. And then Man City are sort of start-stop because of the Liverpool factor. But this introduction of the Champions League ban means there's a lot more for them this season.
That's correct.
So I feel it's going to be a very passionate game because they want to go as far as they can, knowing that all things being equal, they're not going to be there for the next 2 years, no matter where they finish in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Dortmund PSG, I think that's going to be the most exciting game. I would be very disappointed if it's underwhelming because these 2 teams, they play very expressive football. They play, fast-paced football. They have everything, the youngsters, generational talents,
correct,
skills, tricks, everything. Which is why I found, making score predictions very difficult because, like, when it comes to the group stages, goals are going to be, goals will flow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Those are two types. Okay.
Yeah, PSG. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see Neymar Mbappe versus Haaland Sancho.
I agree. Dayo, before you tell me yours, has Pep and Zidane met in Champions League yet? Have they met at all?
No,
They haven't.
I don't think so. No.
Ooh, okay, this will be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. That they were also legends for
Correct.
for the opposing clubs, Real and Barca.
Okay, Dayo, so tell me yours.
Well, Madrid versus Man City for obvious reasons. Yeah, Madrid versus Man City for obvious reasons. So, my reason is, well, most of what Daniel said. Both of them quality players on both sides. Actually, I think there are two components to this: the technical component and the passion component.
Yeah.
Technically, I think Madrid neutralizes Man City and should beat Man City. They are a more balanced team.
Mm-hmm.
They are good in defense, good in midfield, decent in attack. City's defense don't get there. Like that's what Pep does. He protects his defense as much as possible.
Yeah.
Once you cross that firewall, it's a shot on target and probably a goal. So so technically, Madrid is the worst team Man City should play. But there's this other part of it, the passion part of it. Like, okay, this is most likely going to be some players, unless things get reversed. This is probably going to be maybe Aguero's last Champions League game.
Fernandinho,
David Silva, all those set of players. So will we see Aguero in the Champions? If this is going to be, that's what Pep will be telling them in the dressing room. Okay, chances are we are not going to get this thing overturned. Aguero, which club will give you a starting shirt in the Champions League again? This is your best chance to win the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
Go and die on that field. As in anything, your best football, your craziest football ever, just go and do it on that field. Man City is Man City is still like, okay, Sterling is injured right now. I don't know when he's coming back.
Yeah.
They are under strength. Sane is not due back. I don't know if Laporte will be ready to play that level of game yet. And their form generally has been very shaky, but I see them just putting in the spirit into it. There are some games you play not because you deserve to be, or maybe your quality should speak for you, but maybe because I just have to die there today.
Oh, I know. I think we know a thing or two about that.
Absolutely.
That PSG game. Oh my God.
Yeah,
absolutely rubbish of a game.
Yeah, no excuse for you to win, no reason for you to win, but it's like I can't go home if I don't win this game. And second leg is in Etihad again. So that's the last time the Etihad fans are seeing a Champions League for some time. So if you're a Man City fan and you're interested in Champions League,
there are that many anyway.
if you're a Man City fan and you're interested, instead of saving money for next season, better come into this game and see whatever and shout your lungs out because So Madrid Man City, that's my one of my ties for the group. The second one I will say will be Leipzig Spurs.
Okay.
Yeah, because Mourinho being the old fox he will sit back. Nagelsmann will want to show that he's the new kid on the block. He wants to attack. So that will play into Mourinho's hand a lot. But I think that match will be interesting.
Okay.
It will be very interesting.
Contrasting styles of football.
Yeah. PSG Dortmund, why I'm not going for it is that Dortmund defense is too naive. Mbappe is going to roast Hummels on that day like never before. Hummels is very slow. Mbappe is very fast. Neymar is going to kill anybody they give to him. So I even see both of them will score to be high scoring, but I think PSG will. Actually, I have like 7-4 aggregate.
I saw that. I saw the chat you said. That's true. That's fair. I mean, you guys have pretty much talked about all the ties I was going to pick. I was going to pick Madrid, Man City, and Spurs, Leipzig. I guess another good shout is the Chelsea Bayern game. I'm just very interested to see how Lampard does against Bayern.
It's going to be a beatdown.
I'm just interested to see. I think Bayern will go through. I just think it will be closer than people think. That's what I think.
I agree with Dayo too.
I think it will be very, very close. To be a very close tie. That's what I think. The only beat down I see so far in my head when I look at this tie is Leon and Juventus. That's a beat down just because of Memphis.
You know, Leon is my second team.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm because right now we're missing Jeff Rene Adelaide, we're missing Memphis, and yeah, we brought in a few like really good players, and we've been doing well this season. But every time it comes to meeting, we played PSG. Played PSG, I think, twice, and then we're facing them like 2 more times in like the League Cup and the Coupe de France, and each time it's just been so every time they come across the big boys, it's terrible. Last season they did well against Barcelona, but then in the second leg, all hell just
went loose.
Even Piqué went forward into the box to score a tap in. Like, so yeah, that's one tie I do not look forward to watching.
Yeah, because I mean.
Well, I actually disagree though. I think it's gonna be close.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Juventus is probably gonna win by a goal margin. One, I don't know what Sarri has done to that team.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. They don't. Maybe Juventus are not so used to playing this Sarri ball possession type. Yeah. Ronaldo wants to get the ball on the run, or maybe with space at the back.
Transition.
And not everybody just tapping the ball. And if you look at their Serie A form, it has been wonky. This is not the Juventus we know.
Hanging on by it.
Yeah, this is not the Juventus we know. How many games have they lost? How many points have they lost? It's not. People say, okay, Conte is doing a lot, but it's not much to do with Conte than it has to do with Sarri. Sarri has got down the level of Juventus so that it's almost at par with others. If it were to be an Allegri Juve, or we won't be talking about Conte at this time. Sure. So I don't know how
yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know how much Sarri has done to that team. But I think they will struggle against Lyon, but Ronaldo will just do the
Ronaldo thing. Exactly.
Napoli Barcelona is another interesting one. So let's just jump right into predictions now. So you tell me what I'll do is I'll just call the game. Both of you tell me your predictions. Score. If you don't have score predictions, just tell me who's going through.
Okay.
Either or.
Okay.
So we'll start. I'll start with Dayo. Atletico Madrid, Liverpool.
Liverpool goes through. I think 3-1.
On aggregate, okay.
I think the first leg will probably be a 1-1 draw. Atletico Madrid will play so well. Everybody will be so impressed. Liverpool will equalize late. Step down at Anfield. Atletico was so close. I don't know who is in that jazz for Liverpool now, but see, not against them today. They always did everything, but
man. Wow. Yeah, it's Klopp, man. I don't know how we allow Klopp go there, but it's okay. Daniel.
I don't know. I see penalties, man.
What? Really? Interesting. You see penalties? Okay.
Yeah, I see penalties. Who goes through? I want to
second leg is at Anfield, though.
Okay. Then I changed my answer. Happening. There's no way that's happening. I'd say 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay. I see just like Dayo said, but I think I see 4-1 actually. 4-1 Liverpool. I see like a draw in one leg, or I even see a win, an away win in one leg, 2-1, and I see a comfortable 2-0 win.
Do they play this week?
Or yes, on Tuesday. They play on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, makes sense. That's why I didn't start money today.
Yeah. I see a comfortable win at Anfield and a scrappy 2-1, a 1-0 win at Atletico. They don't look like the same team again. Defensively, they are struggling. I want to think that's not going well for them. I think Liverpool will feast over. Atletico concede. I've watched like 3 or 4 Atletico games this season.
Yeah, which is weird.
They concede so many goals through set pieces. Headers. This is not Atletico that I know.
Yes.
And Liverpool is going to feast on that. They will feast. They will go.
And their attack is okay. They have Morata in attack. You know how Morata is. Felix didn't get into it.
He hasn't hit.
And I was debating with someone.
Injured, right? I think he's injured too now, right?
I was debating with someone like Atletico to Loki has a lot of busts like Thomas Lemar, Diego Costa for 60 million, Morata for 60 million, Felix 120. Well, it's too early on Felix. Yeah. But a lot of their buys, Korea.
I don't think it's too early.
Yeah.
That
I-
amount, hit the ground running.
That's true. I just think personally, I just think Simone has. Well, we talked about it on our podcast.
I
If you
think
are watching this, let me do a quick plug for my podcast. You're watching this, check out our podcast, the Foot Fantasy Pod on Spotify and Apple Podcast. I think Simone has run the cycle. I think he has. Yeah, I think he needs a new face.
Is it a new challenge?
I think he has overstayed.
Both clubs. The club is a new person, a face to present them. Simone needs a new challenge. I think he has overstayed. He has run the cycle. That's what I see about them now. Because his principle and the things that we know him for
Has become stale. Everybody now.
Yeah. It's stale. That's gone stale. Okay, Dortmund PSG. Daniel.
Dortmund PSG. Man, you're like 8-7.
Daniel, who wins?
PSG.
Who wins?
Well,
PSG wins because
PSG.
Dortmund is naive.
Okay, I
And
get
they want it this year.
Daniel.
well, 7-4.
7-4. 7-4 to PSG.
7-4 to PSG.
Since you are going for high score lines.
Yeah, that's just both of them will score.
I think it's going to be like 5-3. That's my own. I feel like in Dortmund it's going to be like 2-2 kind of score. But when they go to Parc des Princes, I think Tuchel has so much to lose. Everything's on the line. Tuchel is not going to let it be open. At least for on their own side, it's going to be more compact a little bit. So I see them going through easily. Dortmund will play good football, obviously attack them, create chances. But the PSG goes through 5-3. Atlanta Valencia, Dayo.
Well, I have Valencia going through because I don't know so much. I've not seen Atlanta a lot, and they were just whiskers. They were just about getting crashing out.
Yeah.
Of the group stages. I don't even know how they got through. So, well, I think Valencia might go through maybe 4-2 aggregate.
4-2, okay. Because Atlanta like to score. Daniel.
I see 4-1 Valencia going through.
Okay.
Valencia are they're a very good side. They create a lot of chances, maybe a bit wasteful. And then Atlanta, they really don't know how to control games, which is a big problem, especially at the back. They get clumsy and stuff. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to be one of those games where anyone's going to be really looking out for. But it's one of those that could, you could get a surprise. But right now, I feel that's where the Atalanta dream ends.
Okay. I think so too. Their manager is very, he's a hippie. Mm-hmm. He has these ideas about football. Just want to attack. Yeah, I agree. I think Valencia just have those players more at that high level. Kondogbia, Luis Ferrer,
Rodrigo stayed, right?
He stayed. Kevin Gamero. I saw their game against Atletico. Extended highlights. Against Atletico Madrid. They create a lot. You're right. At home, especially at home. They have second leg
Lots of chances
at the Mestalla. So yeah, I think Valencia goes through too. I would say I would go for 3-1. 3-2. Valencia goes to 3-2. Spurs RB Leipzig. Daniel.
Honestly, I don't know how Spurs are scoring goals. Out their front with right now, I don't know how they're scoring goals. They're soaking up a lot of pressure, and then it's the Mourinho way.
Yeah.
Adebayo Ventogen to ping the ball to Harry Kane's chest, and Dele Alli will pick up the scraps. But now with Kane out, it's I don't know, Son leading that line, and I honestly, like I said, okay, I'll just say Spurs go through.
Okay.
Spurs go through. I can't really predict the scoreline because and I don't watch Leipzig enough. I know they have good players, but I don't watch their style of play enough. So I'll just say Spurs go through.
Okay. Dayo.
Yeah, I think Leipzig, Spurs Leipzig. I think Spurs go through too. Okay. Leipzig they've been in poor form this season. In this second half of the year, they lost 2 games already to Frankfurt. They managed to draw to Mönchengladbach, though they won today. But they are kind of naive. They always want to come in. And those are the kind of people Mourinho feeds on.
Yes, he loves.
We'll watch the game. Everybody will give kudos to Leipzig. But, Mourinho will win on away goals. 1-1, 2-2. 1-1 in Spurs. They will play 2-2. They'll win everybody's heart, but they'll still crash out like Ajax last year.
Okay. I'm so happy. This is the first time all of us different. I think Leipzig goes through actually. I actually think Leipzig goes through because I'm a big fan of Nagelsmann. I watch their games. I actually look out for their games, their highlights a lot. And I even saw one of his interviews recently where they asked him all this question about soccer. So he understands and knows how Spurs is going to want to play. So I think Leipzig go through. I won't say more because of Nagelsmann, because I think he's a good coach, they have a good team. But it's going to be more because Spurs are really not that good a team. I'm being honest. I watched them. They've been just scraping through games, chaos. The game against City was
that's what I'm saying. Like
lucky game. My belief about football is if you are not a team that's well seasoned in doing that, right? Like when Chelsea used to do it, the old Chelsea team under Mourinho and the old Italian teams. Once you're not that kind of team and you're just doing it out of conditioning, it will catch up with you later. Your lack of creative. I think Leipzig will beat Spurs. I think it's going very close, just like you guys say. But I think Leipzig have more goals in them than Spurs.
A couple
what I think about Leipzig when I watch them is they are very young and naive. Like they should have beaten Bayern last weekend, but they just lost their head at the crucial moment. Yeah. And this guy they just bought, Dani Olmo. He's still new into it. He hasn't found his feet yet. Yeah. Olsen that used to lead their line before has been off form, though Patrick Schick is doing it now. Mm-hmm. Then they have this guy Nkunku, and Nkunku has been playing well. But all those guys are just so young. That's just Mourinho. Mourinho being the old fox he is. Those are the kind of teams he loves. Like, okay, attack me with reckless abandon, and
I agree with that. Mourinho's going to play like that. All I'm just saying is I watched Spurs. I've been watching Spurs. I've watched their last 10 games, even Epic. I've been paying attention to them.
Yeah.
That Spurs team I am watching, right? If he tries to do the so-called with Serge Aurier, Jan Vertonghen are big liabilities in that defense. If they do that, come and attack me.
Let me get started on Serge Aurier.
I don't know how that guy. I don't think
he has played for top clubs for honestly from PSG.
Go to town.
Anytime Serge Aurier is in his own box, it's likely a penalty. I don't know if he has 2K legs or what, or 2 legs. He was the one that brought Mane down. He was the one that brought Aguero down. He just keep doing stupid shit. I don't know how that guy still maintained his first team shit.
Okay. Now he's good going forward. Surprisingly, like if you look at his stats, he's one of the defenders that creates the most.
When Bayern plays Spurs and we're running, what Kovac did was just to send Gnabry to
Gnabry to Serge Aurier. That's exactly what
he just go and stick with Serge Aurier, and all the goals were just coming from that side.
So I think Leipzig will go.
And that's where Werner plays.
Yeah. So I think Leipzig goes to 4-2 just because I feel like quality of squad. They just have more quality to attack Spurs, in my opinion, and then they work better as a unit. So Chelsea, Bayern, Dayo. What's the scores?
I think Bayern
4-2. Okay. Daniel, let's run through it now. Since
Tammy fit.
It will be fit. It's still the game is still next week.
I'd say 5-2.
5-2. Okay. 5-2 Bayern. I will go 4-1 actually. I don't think Chelsea have more than one goal in them this time. Weirdly enough, I don't think they have more than one goal then this time. Napoli, Barcelona. Daniel, real quick. Who goes through?
5-3 Barcelona.
Yeah. Napoli is struggling. They're struggling this season. Since they fired Ancelotti. Yeah, they're like 10th. 10th or 11th. They're struggling. Dayo? Napoli, Barcelona.
Barcelona goes through 4-1.
4-1. Okay. I'd say 5-1. They're struggling. Stay with you. Lyon, Juve.
Juve goes through. Ronaldo hat-trick 3-2. Lyon not go through and Ronaldo. Ronaldo is dead. Not stay.
Daniel.
3-1, and that's just me being,
generous. Your team, your second team. Okay. So Juventus beat your second team 3-1. Okay. I think Juventus goes through too. I say 2-1. Juve are not impressing at all so far. Now the most important time. Madrid City. Daniel.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one. This when I sent that text to the group this morning, like this was the one I was thinking. It's one of those ones where I just want to enjoy.
Who goes through? Just tell me who goes through.
Who goes through?
Don't give me a score prediction.
City. I would like City go through.
Okay.
That passionate side of football, based on the current situation. But yeah, City.
Dayo.
I think City goes through. I think because Madrid is still in the league, they still have one higher on the league, so they are kind of divided. And if Madrid doesn't win the Champions League this season, it's not, as long as they win the league,
Yeah,
it's a disaster. City has to at least get to the semi-final because this is their last. So, like I said earlier, based on the fact, the tactics, Madrid should beat them, but the passion of it, maybe I think City will want it more. The second leg is at Etihad. Even if Madrid, if they needed 2 goals in Etihad, the fans, this is the last time you're going to see the Champions League. You better come to the stadium and shout. Aguero, you better do something. So I think City goes through 4-3. Passionate game, everybody's going to like it. Well, I think City will edge it.
Okay, I think so too. I was saying Madrid before, up until this thing happened yesterday. I was like, okay, this changes. This kind of changes everything. The passion, the reaction from the team, the depth. That's also the depth of how much of a team they are. Madrid feels like a new team, even though it's old players. It just feels like a new team because lack of Cristiano. Now Valverde. Now they're trying to figure out the configuration of the attack.
Rodrigo, Vinicius.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, Hazard. There are just too many pieces that kind of do not fit for a tie of this magnitude, in my opinion. So yeah, I agree. I think City goes through too. Yeah, I mean, we enjoyed this tie. After we've come to the end of our pod. If you guys like it, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Twitter is footy@fantasy. Facebook, Extraordinary Footy Fantasy on anywhere you can find your podcast, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, Spotify. It's called The Footy Fantasy. Footy Fantasy is one word podcast. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
It was a pleasure.